Welcome back Mobile Communication Lecture Series Session 6. In the before session we have already discussed interference and system capacity. In this session we are going to see about the topic is trunking. First of all, what is trunking? Why we go for trunking in mobile communications? In cellular radio system depend on trunking to accommodate a large number of users in a limited radio spectrum. And the next one, trunking allows a large number of users to share a small number of channels in a cell by providing access to each user on demand from a pool of available channel. TRS. So TRS is nothing but it is a trunked radio system. In each user is allocated a channel on a per call basis. Upon termination of the call, the previously occupied channel is immediately returned to the pool of available channels. So the available channel is already we have using in your limited radio spectrum, already assigned some channels based on in your trunking process. Here I mentioned some key definition on trunking methods. So the first one, setup time required to allocate a radio channel to a requesting user. So that one is called for setup time. And the next one, blocked calls. So call which cannot be completed at the time of request due to congestion. So that one is called for blocked call. And the next one for holding time, the average duration of typical call. So that is called as holding time. And the next one, request rate, the average number of calls requesters per unit time, generally called as lambda. The next one, traffic intensity, it is denoted as capital A. It is the measure of channel time utilization. It measured in Erlang dimensionless quantity denoted by A. Traffic intensity is mentioned for capital A. And the last one, load, traffic intensity across the entire DRS, trunked radio systems. The unit of traffic is generally called as Erlang. The fundamental of trunking theory were developed by Erlang. So the Erlang is a mathematician. The unit bearer is name. And Erlang is a unit of telecommunication traffic management. Erlang represents the continuous use of one voice path. It is used to describe the total traffic volume of 1 hour. A channel kept busy for 1 hour is defined as having a load of 1 Erlang. Here I mention one example. A radio channel that is occupied for 30 minutes during 1 hour carries 0.5 Erlang of traffic. For one channel, minimum load is equal to 0 Erlang, almost 0% time utilization, and then maximum load is equal to 1 Erlang, almost 100% time utilizations. Then how to calculate in your Erlang process? Here I mention another one examples. If a group of 100 users made 30 calls in 1 hour and each call had an average call duration, it is a holding time of 5 minutes. Then the number of Erlang this represent is worked as number of Erlang this represent is worked as minutes of traffic in the hour is equal to number of calls in duration. Then how to calculate in your minutes of traffic in the hour? We want to find out two parameters, one for number of calls in the particular duration. Just I multiplied the two values. For an example, already mentioned the traffic intensity A, it's generally denoted as A suffix U. The number of calls is indicated for lambda, and then particular duration is mentioned for H. H indicate for average duration of call, and then lambda indicate for average number of call requests per unit time for each user. That only you can calculate in your minutes of traffic in the hour. So minutes of traffic in the hour, the above examples, 30 into 5, 150. Then hours of traffic in the hour, 150 divided by 60, because here I mentioned some minutes. So the final value is 2.5. The traffic intensity value is 2.5 Erlang. The types of trunked systems. The commonly used two type of trunked system. One for blocked calls clear, it's generally called as BCC, and then another one for blocked calls delay, BCD. Thank you.